and welcome to the CCR County Web Report. I'm Sarah Giotto. We're here outside enjoying this beautiful weather on Earth Day, but Penn State has been celebrating this holiday all week long. Wednesday was Agriculture Day, and students learned different ways to take care of the planet. They learned some different ways to live a greener life by recycling, riding your bike, and using water bottle refilling stations across campus. Student Jolinda Rowley believes these actions are important.
Where it's not being recycled, and it's just like our world is only going to be here for a short amount of time if we don't recycle and be green.
To find out more about how Penn State is helping the environment, go to green.psu.edu. While everyone is trying to clean up the earth today, the volcano in Iceland is still spewing smoke all across Europe. Web reporter Trisha Beery is here to tell us a little bit more about how it's affecting the world. Trisha?
Thanks, Sarah. Well, airlines across the world have been paralyzed due to the recent volcanic eruption in Iceland. The smoke and ash from the volcano have left people either stranded in foreign countries or waiting to take a much-needed vacation, including Penn State students that are studying abroad, like Natalie Hughes, who is currently in London.
My parents are supposed to be visiting this weekend, and I obviously haven't seen them since January when I left. And as of right now, their flight's still confirmed, but it's such a messy situation. And
the world's airlines are over $1.5 billion in debt due to all the delays and canceled flights. After almost a week and a half of the problem, planes are finally starting to take off and get passengers back to their final destinations.
That's great. I know one of my friends has been stuck in Ireland for the past week and she's dying to get back to the U.S. To find more on this story, click the link on our website. With the recent West Virginia mining explosion, Pennsylvania miners are redefining the game of safety. More than 19 Pennsylvania coal company teams competed this week in a regional skills competition at the Mine Technology and Training Center. The two-day event was designed to test and build workers' skills in mine rescue.
It will prepare them for any real life and death situation that may occur. They've got to be trained, and they've got to be trained right.
Miners were put through a series of tests that included a burn tunnel, smoke maze, and simulated underground mine. Workers were required to act as they would in the case of a real disaster and were docked points for not following exact protocol.
With mine rescue, it helps teams get better, and so in case of emergency, you know what you're doing.
The goal of the competition is to improve miners' first response skills. The top 3 teams in each division will go on to compete in the national championship this October. Now from mine country to Steel City, Pittsburgh quarterback Ben Roethlisberger, a 2-time Super Bowl champ, has been suspended for the first 6 games in the 2010 season. The suspension comes on the heels of an investigation of an alleged sexual assault brought against Big Ben by a 20-year-old college student. She said he assaulted her at a Georgia nightclub in March. People around the area believe that he got what he deserved, if not a harsher punishment.
He's one of the highest paid players in the sport, and he's taken women into the bathroom and taken advantage of them. I mean, he hasn't been charged of doing it, but he's been accused. So obviously there's something wrong there. And he's a good player, but he's got to get his head on straight.
The suspension comes a week after prosecutors dropped criminal charges against Roethlisberger.
He's ruining his image, he's ruining the Steelers' image, and he's hurting the NFL.
According to NFL sources, the suspension was given to Roethlisberger for violating personal conduct policy. This is the first time an NFL player has been suspended without being arrested or charged with a crime. Some fans still stand behind the organization, but are checking their alliance to Big Ben at the door.
I've been a fan all my life, just because one person hurting the reputation of the team, it's not going to change me as a fan at all. I'm still definitely will bleed black and gold.
The length of Big Ben's suspension could be longer or shorter depending on his behavior over the next couple of months. Thousands of alumni and visitors will come to Happy Valley for a weekend of tailgating, fun, and football. The game will kick off on Saturday at 2 p.m. and be sure to watch the CCR County Report tomorrow night for coverage of this weekend's celebrations. And the weather at game time on Saturday is going to be 54 with scattered showers. The weekend won't be all bad though, as the sun will be out on Friday, but it'll be a little bit cloudy and rainy on Saturday and Sunday. As Penn State football players get ready for the blue and white game this weekend, some former Nittany Lions are getting ready for the NFL draft. Penn State stars such as Jared Odrick, Sean Lee, and Daryl Clark will wait to hear their names called this weekend in New York City. Find out if any of them were drafted in the first round and also see many other stories tomorrow on the Centre County Report. That's all for the Centre County Web Report. Be sure to tune in to the Centre County Report tomorrow at 11:30 on WPSU. And have a great night.